What is going on, Bulls Nation? We're back again for another video. And, we just, at the time of this recording, we haven't faced Portland yet. But once you see this, we are done facing Portland. And one of the forwards that has been linked to the Bulls, as many other power forwards, because, everyone knows that we do need a power forward. And there's some, noise around Robert Covington, and rightfully so. He is a power forward that is a really good defender, something that the Bulls badly need at this point. And versatile. Yeah, he can guard multiple positions. He's a 3 and D type of guy. So any team, and I mean any team, could use a Robert Covington. Any team, including the Bulls. Although I would say if I was the front office, depending on the price. Obviously, I still would like to have Robert Covington in the team. I would not give up significant assets for him, though. And this is why. He only has 1 year left, this year left on his contract. So he could be a 5 month rental at most. So you don't want that, especially in a year that you are bound to pay Zach LaVine. I I don't know how you could pay Covington, especially if he would command a price increase. He's 31 years old. Most likely, this next contract he would have would be his last payday. So maybe he'll command, I don't know, 13 to 15 out there in the open market. Is that something that the Bulls could swing? I'm not sure. I don't think they could. So now, I mean, if all we're giving up, and like I said, I do want Robert Covington in the team. However, it's very limited on I wouldn't even give up Kobe White for him, because at least Kobe is in a controlled contract up to next year. Covington, 5 months. What happens if we get bounced out the second round, which hopefully not? Then if we give up Kobe, then we significantly just hurt our, backcourt or our depth at that point. So who would I give up for Covington? I wouldn't include Javonte Green in any conversation. I love Javonte. Possibly Troy Brown Jr. I know the salaries won't match, but him. I'm not even sure if I want to give up a second rounder. I said this on another video that having Ayo, and I know it's one of a kind. It doesn't happen all the time, but I do have faith in this front office that I feel like year in and year out that we might get a gem. Maybe not somebody like Ayo per se, but somebody would help us out, because even a few years back, I don't know if it's a couple of years ago, that we have Daniel Gafford, which somebody could have helped us right now. So there is talent to be had in the second round. So yeah, maybe somebody like Troy Brown Jr. or a combination of him, Tyler Cook, something of that package. Because honestly, at this point, I don't want to sound like I'm hating on Robert Covington here, but he's a 3 and D type of guy. He's a bit shorter for what we needed for, because we already are established for small ball basketball. We have small guys playing the power forward position, kind of like DJ right now, and Javonte, even Patrick Williams to an extent. So having Covington in there doesn't really, I wouldn't say not necessarily, solve the missing piece, but we need a rim protector. And Covington is more of a lockdown one-on-one defender. He's really good on-ball defender, maybe even helping out. But he has size. He had 6'7", but DJ was like 6'6", and I believe DJ has a better length. I mean, his arms are, I believe, like 6'11" or not even 7 feet tall. The wingspan. So you can match him up with Durant and all that stuff. So right now, DJ, I feel like, at least for the time being, if we keep DJ, we don't even have to, throw out any assets in there. Again, who wouldn't like to have Robert Covington in their team? The guy is tough, and he can guard multiple positions. Can't leave him open for three. Again, I would love to have him on this team. at a right price. DJ, I mean, again, Troy Brown Jr., maybe Tyler Cook, fine, maybe a second rounder. For somebody that's gonna walk away anyway out of Portland, because if Portland decides to blow this one up, because they have just tons of injuries, and they're a hair from blowing this thing up, from maybe trading Dame or CJ. Who knows? Nasir Little also got an injury now, so who knows what Portland's intentions are. But putting, a young talent like Troy Brown Jr. maybe maybe would help them down the line, and a second rounder, for to get a compensation for somebody who they just might have him walk away. So we shall see what happens. Before we know that Portland might have a fire sale, and maybe we'll get Nurkic. I don't know. I don't know. But I'm sure if Nurkic is involved, it's gonna cost us a lot more. But that would be an interesting scenario as well. But for now, the search continues for a number 4 up until we get Patrick Williams back. And again, even if he is back, we might still be searching for a number 4. So who knows? Let's see what the future brings us. But it is always fun to have this conversation, and I feel like the proposals that so far that was presented in this channel, the Bulls Nation channel, is more realistic. We're not asking for Giannis or anyone in here, but they are all gettable in my opinion. So we'll discuss more, maybe other trade opportunities and all that stuff. So thank you for watching, guys. Hopefully you like this video. If you do, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't done so and you're a Bulls fan, subscribe to this channel. Follow me on other medias as well. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.